what's going on? It's the Strat Soldier here with the weekend shift, and it's the holiday weekend. All right, this is pre-recorded, so by the time you see this, you've already had Thanksgiving. You're full. Be with your families, okay? This is going to be a short one, just because I want you to stay off the screens. We're going to get bored, okay? We're used to looking at charts and looking through all these things, looking for reversals and looking for potential pivot machine guns and does the strat match with this thing and can I do that with this? And we are always on it and we're always thinking about it. What I don't want you to be is like, you ever get like one of those dogs and you get a laser and you're playing with the dog with the laser, but then like look it up on YouTube. There's like a dog that you break the dog, basically. You break him because he's always looking for this laser. Even when the laser is not on, he's always like looking for it. I don't want you to be that person, okay? Or that I don't want that to always, yes, you need to put in the work. Yes, you need to go through the charts. But when it comes to short weeks, like this was a short week for us in the SPY, with the market, you had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Thanksgiving, and then Friday's a half day. Don't think you need to be in there trading all the time, okay? You don't. Especially if you're brand new, okay? What you can do is get on there with Rob, because Rob is in there every day. And if Rob is in there every day, that's it. So he's in there every day because he knows people, are doing different things. So he's going to be there and help people not get wrecked because he knows I'm talking to you, are, kind of you're still working on your discipline. And he's going to be there to say, hey, there's nobody, the institutional buyers and sellers, they're not here, okay? They're not here. They're at home with their families. Don't get in this thing, you know what I mean? There will be things that have natural buyers and sellers in there, and he'll help you take advantage of those things. But don't feel like you need to be in there all the time, okay? Don't feel like you need to be in there all the time. You saw my tweet out there. I said it's okay to take a break. Okay, I'm getting a lot of text messages, a lot of DMs and things like that, asking, I'm getting there, I'm getting wrecked, I'm getting this and that. Stop. The best thing you could do is stop trading. Take a break, come back fresh, come back, take a couple days off, take a week off, come back fresh. These short weeks are the best things for that. Okay, so here at Sepia Group with Rob Smith, with Michael Dang, with me, we want you to be here. We want you to enjoy yourself, be in the forums. We want you to learn. We don't want you to get burnt out. Okay, that's not what we're about. We want you to make money and enjoy what you're doing, because it is. We have, if you're in the chat with us, you see us on Twitter. We have a great time. Okay, we don't want you to get burnt out. It's also very easy to see the strat when you don't have money on the line, okay? It's very easy to see, okay, Rob pulled up this chart. He said something's ripping right now, okay? And someone asked me, okay, Rob keeps pulling up charts that the reversal's already started. Okay, fine. Let's do that, all right? Hold on. Well, let me finish my point. You could drop down to, okay, something's already working on the 60. You got a 2-2 reversal already working on the 60. You could drop down to a smaller time frame, the 30-minute, the 15-minute, the 5-minute, and find a reversal back into the green, okay? I know this is a red marker, red pointer, but find a reversal back into the green, okay? You're not, and it's not chasing. I don't care what anybody says, it's not chasing. Trading a reversal back into the green is not chasing. You're getting in on something that they took their ill-timed shorts and profit taking. They got out. You found out the buyer stepped back up. You got back in. You get in. Bam. Okay, now you're working it. Okay, chasing is getting in on something that's 2-2 continuation and you just smashing buttons getting in on something. That's chasing. Okay, we don't chase, we trade reversals. Okay, let's look at the charts. Okay, I'm into it. Okay. I'm getting into it. Here are my charts, okay? I am in trading view. If this is your first time watching me, I'll have all my charts up just like this. This is the monthly time frame. The weekly, let's change that to the week, excuse me. The weekly, the daily, and the 60. Okay? One more time. Monthly, weekly, daily, 60. This is how I have my charts up when I am trading, okay? I usually if I'm trading something on the month, I'm looking at a reversal right here on the month, and I'm putting my buy and sell order here. Okay? If I'm trading something on the week, I'm looking at this weekly going, all right, this thing's about to trigger. This 60 is about to trigger this. All right? Bam, I'm in. Same thing with the daily and the 60, okay? All right? So, this is the SPY S&P 500. Okay? We call it the SPY for short. Some people even call it Spider. Okay, we are looking at the most current bars. Okay, so we don't have our charts zoomed all the way out like this, and we're looking for something that does we're looking for scenarios. Okay, and I'll talk about that in a second. So we don't want what we're doing is comparing the four or five candles at a time, okay? Because we don't care about what happened back in August. We don't. What we're looking for is this month, this week, these days, okay? And then these 60s, okay? And then, even then, when you're looking at the 60s, these 60s for all day are important. But even then, you are only looking at, the first few right here that you're actioning. Okay, and you're using these previous candles as magnitude targets. Okay, targets. Magnitude refers to the amount of potential profit. Okay, that's what that refers to. Magnitude, but along with that, we are using these. Magnitude also is synonymous for targets. Okay, here's our targets. These guys. All right. So, and what this lets me see is time frame continuity. Okay. Right now, currently, we are 2 up on the month, green on the month. We are red on the week. Yesterday was green, and then anytime the 60s in the day were green, they were the same. Okay. Now this is conflict. Conflict. Time frame continuity is always there. It's kind of like the weather. It's kind of like you hear somebody say, what's the weather today? Well, the weather is weather. It's always there. It is always there. Time frame continuity is always there. You have full-time frame continuity and you have conflict, okay? And then you have change. There is the 4 C's of time frame continuity is control, confirm, conflict, and change. When people start having trouble with the SPY or having trouble with trading, usually they're trading something in conflict, or the SPY, the broader averages, are in conflict. Like, for example, this is not too bad, but what you'll have is a green month or a red week, red day, green 60, and you're trying to trade something in that. It's a mess, and that's when things reverse. You take a reversal, and then it pulls back. I don't like saying pull back, but it pulls back on you, and you get stopped out because there's conflict. Okay, there's conflict. All right, so this is how I see time frame continuity. Do I look out there and I see the weather for the charts? Do I see green month, green week? Okay, that's potential good weather because now the day in the 60s, if those match up, now I got full time frame continuity. Okay, if the day starts out green, I got a green month, green week, green day. Now I'm waiting for these 60s to match. Now I have full time frame continuity. Same thing if I want to short something. I got a red month. A red week, and the day starts out red. Now I'm waiting for them 60s to match up. Now I got full time frame continuity to the downside. Okay. All right, so the scenarios, we believe there are only 3 ways anything can trade. All right, scenario 1, and you got all the scenarios right here. It's so awesome because the strat is repetitive. Okay, Scenario 1, inside bar. Okay, this is the price consolidating. It doesn't take out either side of this previous range. Okay, this is the price consolidating. You don't want to trade anything while it's forming this. Okay, nobody knows what this thing costs, and they're trying to figure it out. It's a mess. Okay, people get chopped up in here. Scenario, this is a scenario 2 up, but it's tiny, so we're going to go to this one. Scenario 2, it takes out one side of the previous range. The top side, one side of the previous range, either the top or the bottom. In this case, it's scenario 2 up. Okay. Let's find a scenario 2 down for you real fast. Here we go. Didn't take too long, did it? Scenario 2 down. Okay. Scenario 2 up. Scenario 2 down. See how it took out this side of the previous range. Despite the color of this candle, if it takes out the bottom of this, even if this is green, it takes out the bottom of this, it's a scenario 2 down. Okay. I don't want people confusing that. Still, this, even though this is green, it still took out the bottom of this previous candle. That's a scenario 2 down. Okay. Then you have your scenario 3, which takes out both sides of the previous range. Okay, they bought it up, sold it down, and bought it up. Okay. See that? See how it takes out both sides. Oops, get that magnet on. Yep, thank you. Notice it takes out both sides of this previous range here, okay? That should be easy for you to see. Both sides. This, on a smaller time frame is a broadening formation, okay? Sarah's 50% rule, if it starts, people are learning that thing, great. That's good. What she's saying is if it goes up, 50% of the previous candle, it could be an outside bar. What are outside bars? Outside bars are broadening formations, okay? So, you're looking for something that, you're looking at the broadening formation on a smaller time frame and working this reversal, okay? You're finding a reversal back up, okay? For example, here's your broadening formation. I was on the week. Here's the days, okay? Now you're looking for a potential 3-2-2 on the day in the SPY, okay? 3-2-2, okay? Where's this candle? About 50% of this range, okay? So you're looking for, it's a broadening formation, and you're catching a reversal back to the upside or to the downside, okay? I don't want to, hopefully I said that, I did, I'm not trying to minimize Sarah's strategy at all, the 50% rule. I'm just saying that's what it is, okay? The broadening the outside bar is a broadening formation on the smaller time frame, and you're looking for something, you're trying to catch a reversal back into the upside or the downside of that broadening formation. All right? That's our scenarios. Scenario 1, Scenario 2, Scenario 3, okay? Some really good ones. Let's go through some really cool trades that happened. Or happening. Give me this. Sorry about that. Give me this. DLTR. Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree became $2 Tree. It had its earnings, okay? And it is actually, everything's going to be like $1.25. $1.25 Tree. Look at these weeks. Oh my goodness. Let's go back to the month. All right. I got the candles numbered for the kids in the back. 2, 2, 2. All right, looking good. You could have got in on this monthly on a 2-2 reversal here. Okay. At 101.43 and just work this thing. Put your stop right here at 93.31, depending on how you trade. I would do that with shares. But there you go. Yeah, it's working. It's working. You're not getting stopped out of that thing. Even if you, look at that. Look at these weeks. even this week here before the earnings, and then you cut it before the earnings. It didn't gap up at all. Slight gap up during that. No. Here's the earnings. No, it didn't gap up at all. I'm sorry. It did not gap up at all. Okay? Bam. You could have cut that before the earnings and then got back in that sucker on the 60s. Right there. Here are the 60s for that day. Right at 34, 1. There's a 2-2 reversal right here. 3-2 reversal. 3-2 reversal right here on the 60s. Right at 34.01. Okay? Now, let's go back to what I was talking about earlier. You're looking at Dollar Tree. This thing is blasting. Rob pulls it up. Says Dollar Tree. Even though the SPY is red and everything else in the broader average is red, what do? How do I get in on this, Rob? First you ask Rob, okay, how do I get in on this? I got natural buyers in this, all right? Well, you can look, he's going to tell you, look at the 60s. So you're watching the 60s, you're looking for a reversal on the 60. Here was a 2-1-2 continuation, which is, you can take that because there was a pause in the price action, okay? It's not chasing. There was a pause in the price action. You can jump in on that. Set your stops tight so you don't get wrecked. All right. If you would have just bought a couple shares at 141, put your stop at 140, 139 ish. Okay, that's a pretty small stop. Okay, that's a couple bucks. You buy 2 shares, it's like a $4 loss. $4 loss compared to a potential what was it, you could make about $18-20 on that. And that's taking this 2-1-2 continuation up here. This market here. Right. Let's make that one red so you guys understand that's my stop. Yep. All right. So I know that some people are telling me, well, that's not really okay. So there's my entry. That would be my stop. And some people are saying, well, that's not really that interesting, to me, to make $20. And I want to buy options. Well, guess what, buddy? You're not good at options right now, okay? You're brand new trader. You don't need to be messing with options right now, okay? There are people and indicators and things that people are using to mitigate the difficulty of options. But you being a brand new trader, you got a small account. I could only afford two shares of Dollar Tree without putting too much on my account. Because remember, we are not throwing everything on our positions. We are getting in with a small position and then adding to it. All right. So you take, just for an example, okay, you get 2 shares of this. Your stop is right here. All right. Your stop would have been, $4 at the most, $4 to $5. Okay. You lose $5 on a trade, you're okay. That gives you that when you hit the buy button, you're not hesitating, okay? You're not hesitating. Number 2, if you do get stopped out, you're not going to start freaking out and panicking. What did I do? I'm so bad, You're not going to do that. You're just going to, if it worked, I'm in. I'm making money. I push my stops even, okay? Push my stops even. After this starts getting about in this area, I push my stops even. And then as I can use something on a smaller time frame, let's do the 30s. And let's just say the 30s are working. You know what I mean? Or even the 15ers. Okay, here's the 15s. Here's my stop. And I just push my stops up the 15s. Okay, see how I'm doing that? It might have triggered here. I'm not sure how you set your stops. Or you can just watch the 15s. Keep your stops even and watch the 15s and wait for a reversal back down, because right here was your time to get out. Okay, on the 15 minute at 147.50. See that? See that on the 15ers? I got in on the 60. 2-1-2 continuation on the 60. Okay, this is going to look a little funky. I put my stops even after this thing got about right here. All right. And then I went back to the 15s and started pushing my stops at the 15s. I can use a PSAR to push that. Rob likes to use a PSAR. I use PSAR for things like that. But then you also got Alex Options, who likes to use a ATR for that, things like stops. Okay, and then you have France with the 9 SMA, who will use it for stops. Okay, for exits. But if you just got in on the 60 here, kept your stops even, and then watch the 15 minutes and wait for a reversal back down, and then cut it right here, that's some profit. Okay, that's you getting stopped out with profit. Now, and then just going back, because I know you guys saw it, going back to the daily or the 60s here, you got stopped out way up here, Okay, you could go back to the 5 minutes and find something tighter. Okay, actually that's a really good one, because that's the 3-2 to the downside. That's a really good stop on the 15-minute. Shooter in force to the downside. Okay, and if you're a good trader, you can start working puts on that. But for the brand new trader, if you got a couple shares of that on the 60, 2-on-2 reversal on the 60, and then put up the 15-minute time frame and watch the reversals, and push your stop up the 15-minute, or at least put your stops even and watch the 15-minute charts and wait for a reversal to the downside like this, and then take your profit. I'm done. That does two things. Okay, that does three things. Number one, it gets you paid. Okay, you just made money. All right, and then number two, you start building confidence. And then number three, your mind will start saying, okay, I see what's going on now. Okay, it will. You're planting the seed of consistency and success when you have good trades like that. If you would have put let's just say you got in on this thing, you put your stops even, and you got stopped out. Okay, let's just say you got stopped out. It didn't work. Okay, fine. You put your stops even. You didn't lose a lot of money. Okay, you didn't lose a lot of money. You didn't put your stops way down here, and then you lost $20, $30, $40. And remember, I'm talking about 2 shares to keep this conversation easy, because when you're talking options and you buy a bunch of calls on this thing and this reverses on you, even this little guy right here is tough to manage. Okay, if it goes back on these 5-minute bars, me and my buddy were talking about these 5-minute bars. That's why I don't like using the word pullback, because it's to triangle they out. You hold through this in options, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna hurt. Okay. All right. That's why I like using shares. I don't like using the word pullback, because I want to call it really what it really is. It's a reversal to the downside. It's a reversal against you on a smaller time frame. Your job with the strat is to create winning positions and get stopped out with profit. Okay? Create winning positions, add to them. And defend them with tight stops. Okay? Defend them with tight stops. Now here, even if you were on the 60s, you got in on this 2-1-2 reversal, and you waited. Okay, there's a 2-2 reversal to the downside, shooter in force on the 60. You still made profit. Okay, 2 shares. That's like was that $8? Okay, that's 2 shares to keep the math easy, keep the conversation easy. That's $8. Okay, there are people out here getting wrecked trying to do crazy things. And if you just build the confidence of making profit, slowly, and build up. The small wins, they add up, okay? Just like the losses add up. There's no point in you going in there and getting wrecked, punched in the face, you know what I mean, and get beat up. And then this is how I learn. You know what I mean? I lose. I learn by losing. With the strat, okay, you set your stops tight. Even if you take, you just say you have 5 trades in a row that don't work, our stops are so tight that we don't worry about it, okay? Because our winners always cover our losers. Our winners always cover our losers. Rob Smith said, you are going to get stopped out. You will. Your job is to get stopped out with profit. Okay, do whatever you can to create a winning position. If you have the opportunity, add to it, and then defend it with tight stops. And then for the guys that are the traders that are working options, okay, don't wait for that pullback. Don't wait for that pullback. Go back to my episode with Alex Options, okay? As soon as he gets in, he's doing crazy stuff too, like 10 contracts. He's doing all kind of stuff, amazing stuff on things. But what's he do in the beginning? Okay, as soon as that trade starts working in his favor, he sells a couple of his shares, a couple of his contracts immediately. That's him paying himself. Okay, and then he leaves the remainder on to create as a runner. Okay, to stay in that winning position as long as it keeps going. That's what he's going to stay in there as long as possible. And then when his ATR flips to the downside and says, "Okay, it's time to get out," he is out. Okay, he's not, and he's already said it in his webinar. If his first two contracts he sells is a win for him. He's got profit. Okay, now if his other contracts come all the way down and it's a break even, he still doesn't lose money. He doesn't have a bunch of heartache. Okay, he's not getting on Twitter saying I lost $300 on blah blah blah, because he is trading, and then he's getting in, and then he is doing whatever he can to make sure he gets stopped out with profit. He's selling 2 contracts. He made money. Okay, then he's watching his ATR in a 3-minute. And he is cutting it as soon as it goes red, okay? And that's how he's getting stopped out with profit. Using a smaller time frame as an exit. I want you guys to really get that in your head. Get it in your head. Bang, 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 okay? Same thing with France. France did the same thing. People like to use SMAs. Fine. Use the SMA. But he's getting in on a reversal on a larger time frame, and then he's using his 3-minute SMA to watch what's going on, and then once it crosses the SMA to the downside and it's a definitive reversal, he cuts it, okay, and it's usually for a profit. Do the same thing, and that's what Rob's teaching you as well. Do the same thing with your shares, okay? You're a brand new trader. Get a few shares and learn how to trade, okay? Now, again, buying a couple shares on something and making $15, there's some crazy ones out there, $30, $40, $60. There are sometimes. Buy one share Tesla and ride that joker to the upside one time. You'll make $50, $60 on one share. If you watch you use a lower time frame to get stopped out with profit. That's the essential thing of all of this, okay? Whatever system people got, they're doing whatever they can to get stopped out with profit. Jim Bradley, he's slamming buttons on the 1 minute, and then it goes up 3-4 1 minute candles, and he's getting out, okay? He's taking the magnitude. Sarah Sniper, she's getting it on 5-minute bars, 15-minute bars, and then she is taking the magnitude and getting stopped out profit. Think about it, okay? Even these other guys, Juicy Trades, they're trading wedges and inside, bars and things like that, and they're doing whatever they can to make sure they get stopped out with profit. There is people that scale out, okay? We don't scale out, but people that scale out, they're getting in on a position, and then they are, as it goes up, they're selling it as it goes up, okay? What they're doing is selling in the strength, and they are getting, they're doing whatever they can to get stopped out with profit, all right? Swing traders, especially if you're a swing trader, that is essential. I want you to learn that. a couple shares in something can, that adds up. Let's just say $20, for example. You make $20. If you can figure out, I had a conversation, okay, and the guy's like, making $20 is not really exciting for me. It's not. I ain't worried about $20. I'm trying to make the big money. You want to make big money? I want you to learn how to be consistent. Then you'll start making big money because it all adds up. Okay, all right. You make $20. You figure out a way to make $20 a day. That's $100 a week. All right, that's $400 a month, and without you getting wrecked, okay, without you losing it all. Steve Burns with New Trader U says all the time, hey, it's easy to make profit. It's easy to make profit in trading. It's hard to keep it, okay? And that goes with open positions. That goes with trading right in the moment. That goes with trading right now, and then keeping your profits in the weeks and months. People understand that, but that even goes down to right now in the moment. Okay, cool. I got profit. All right, it went up. I got 2-3 calls, 2-3 puts, and this thing's working good. All right, I got this thing's up $300. I'm feeling great. What's your plan to exit? What's your plan to get out? Okay. If you don't have one, that thing, especially on options, will tick down. It will take you out, and now you have a loss. Okay. There's nothing worse than having an option. It's up $20. You're feeling good, and then it's down $20 because you were not paying attention. I'm grabbing coffee. You know what I mean? And then, oh no, because you didn't have a plan. Okay, there will be times. Okay, now I want to preface that all that. No, not preface. I want to say, along with all of that, there will be times when there is a reversal to the downside on you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, there are three kinds of there are three kinds of people out there trading. There's people that see these charts, no matter what trading system they use, and they see it as going up to the upside. They see it as going to the downside. And then there's another group out there that's neutral and doesn't know what is going on, and they're just waiting for it, open. Okay, and they're going to do what it's doing right now. So you're fighting. You're working. You're trading with everyone all around the world in these markets. All right. There's no reason for you to think you're not. All right. Create. The strat helps you create winning positions. Okay. And if you get the chance, add to it, and watch the lower time frames. Push your stops up and get stopped out with profit. If you can figure out how to consistently make $20 off a couple shares, or just one or two options, and you make a consistent dollar amount, and it adds up, and then you keep it, you will start building confidence as a trader. Okay, you will start building confidence as a trader. It's about discipline and process. All right, no setup, no trade, and you will start learning, and you will really start learning what works for you. Okay, what reversals work for you? I like hammer and force. That's me all day. I'll take a hammer and force and not even think about it, because I know how the I know how the reversal works. I know what I'm looking for. I know what the target is, and I know where I put my stops, and I don't have to think about it. Some people use inside bars. All right. So what are inside bars good for? They're good for 2-1-2 reversals and 3-1-2 reversals. They're also good for 3-1-2 continuations and 3-1-2 continuations. Okay. All right. So if you're used to using inside bars, if something's already ripping, okay, it's Rob's in there saying run sheep run, and it is ripping. Don't worry about it, okay? Drop down to a lower time frame, the 30-minute, the 15-minute, and look for a reversal back up. Sometimes you won't get one, and it's just 2 all the way up. Then you'll see shooter at the very top, and then bam, here it comes. They're taking their profits. DWAC, for example, okay? Or, everybody, how do I get in on this? I'm missing it. I'm missing this thing. Okay, drop down to those lower time frames. Rob says all the time, find yourself an inside fiver. Okay, find yourself an inside bar on the 5 minute time frame, 15-minute time frame. Find a 2-2 reversal on the 5 minute, the 15-minute, the 30-minute. Just wait, and you'll find one on the 60s. All right, and you go back to my point. If you figured out, if I taught you a system that helped you take profits, small profits, and they build up, and then you get confidence in that, wouldn't you start like thinking to yourself, okay, I know what I'm doing. I've been doing this for a few months. I'm making this money consistently, and I'm not having a bunch of heartache. I'm not having a bunch of anxiety when I trade. I think it's time to size up. Okay? Now I'm going to keep doing what I was doing. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep taking that hammer and force, keep taking that 2-1-2 reversal, or that 3-1-2 reversal, or the 3-2-2 reversal. I'm going to keep doing that because that's what works for me. Or I'm only taking trades that are full time frame continuity to the upside, or the down, or taking puts on things that are full time frame continuity to the downside. I'm going to keep doing that. If I see the charts in conflict, where there's color, I got green on this chart and I got red on that chart and this. Okay, nope. I'm waiting for full time frame continuity. As a new trader, you will have the confidence to size up. All right, you'll have the confidence to add. Jim Bradley says all the time, savage add, savage add. You'll have the confidence to do that because you know how to cut. You know how to create a winning position, add to it, and then get stopped, and then protect it with tight stops. Get stopped out with profit. Okay. Again, if I taught you a system that helped you do that, and you consistently do that, wouldn't you start thinking to yourself, okay, I think I could make a little bit more money doing this, or I'm okay with what I am as long as I keep making this $100 a week. This is exactly what I wanted to do. Okay, $200 a week. This is exactly what I wanted to do. If you had a week where you get stopped out every week, and you put your stops even, break even. Okay, it's not. There's nothing. It's not death by people say it's death by 1,000 paper cuts. It's not because your losses are very small, very minimum. You're still keeping your profits from your past trades, and you're not knocking yourself back like 3 or 4 weeks. Okay, on a small account, a $200 loss, a $300 loss, that's knocking you back a couple months. I don't care who you are. Okay, it's not good to take a $500 loss on a week of trading. Have a dollar amount loss for the week. Hey, if I lose more than $20 this week, I'm done. If I do that on Monday, hey, I'm watching charts the rest of the week. You don't have to have those type of minimum. You don't. I'm not asking you to be scared of trading. I don't want you to do that. I just don't want you to get killed. Okay, I don't want you to get wrecked. That was my whole purpose of starting the weekend shift on Twitter. Was me posting charts and reversals, and people, here's the top thing that everybody's talking about. Okay, let's look at the charts. Whoever's trading this thing's getting wrecked, while other people in the timeline on social media are saying this is what you need to buy. And I'm looking at the charts going, no, guys, they're trying to trap you. This is them selling options on this thing. This is them selling, selling premium on options, or they're trying to pump this thing so they can get out of their bag holding positions. That happened a lot. I did that a lot for Boeing. I did that a lot with CCIV. Anything that people were talking about, let's pull up the charts. Because if it was working, I was telling people, hey, find a reversal in this thing. It's working. These guys are right. But there's so much market manipulation out there. I want you to know what buys and sells look like. And you should be able to look at these charts and go, okay, this is going to be good. Or, heck no. Why would I get in on this? This is trash. This is garbage. I started laughing because he'll post everything. He'll post something sometimes, and he'll be like trash, because he knows what buys and sells look like. Okay, um, so I know I'm not showing a bunch of charts right now. Okay, this is more like a conversation to you as a brand new trader, to you as someone coming to the strat. Okay, uh, we are not telling you to buy 500 shares on forward and let it ride. No, I'm telling you, get in, create a winning position with a small initial entry, set your stops, and then push your stops up on a lower time frame and get stopped out with profit. If you can learn how to do that consistently, you will be prepared. You will start building confidence, and then you get 3 4 months, 6 months of doing that consistently. Now you're ready to size up. Okay. Now you're ready to size up because those small profits added up. Bam, 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 bam. It goes like this. Boom, 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 boom. They add up. Okay? And then you keep that profit because you're not, you want to stay consistent by always doing the same thing over and over, what you are good at doing. Okay? Real juicy trade, real juicy trades. Xavier, he says it all. He said it in his. He had a webinar up. It's free. I'll see if I can retweet it. But it's all about psychology. He didn't show very much charts at all on that one. His buddy did one of his students did a really good webinar on market psychology. And Xavier gets on and says, "Hey, you got to treat trading like a business, and if you got to get up and do the same things every day, or you're not going to be in business, right? So if you trade these reversals, you know where you put your stops, you put your stops even, and you break even, fine. You don't, not a lot of heartache. It's not, all right? You might be disappointed, but disappointment is different than heartache, okay? Disappointment that this thing got stopped out even, and you were like, oh, this is definitely going to go to the highs, and you got stopped out, or you get stopped out, break even, and then there's a triangle layout. Okay, it's going, goes a couple ticks down, and then reverses back up. You get stopped out, break even. Don't worry about it because you can get back in. Okay, you got in on a small entry anyway. So as long as you got the buying power, get back in. Get back in, all right? And that's what Rob says, doing battle. And if my thing is 3 strikes and you're out, okay? If I'm getting in on something and I get stopped out, okay, here we go. Let's do it again. Stopped out, 3rd time, nope, done. I don't know what's going on with this right now. Maybe there's conflict, okay? Maybe there's too much volatility in this thing for me, for my trading style, right? I want to be in my winning position as long as possible. I get in on something and I want to go walk away. I want to go get coffee. I got to feed the cat. I want to look at my, okay, all right, things are still working good, and go about my day and not panic and worry about things. That's not my trading style. That's not what I like. That's not what I do. So that's not what I go for. Okay. Again, I keep saying it. Create winning positions, add to them, and get stopped out with profit. Okay, defend it with tight stops. That's what we do, and then you'll start building confidence in the strat, and then you as a trader, and that's huge. I don't care who you are, and I don't care what you do. All right, if you don't trade the strat, that's fine. I think there's a lot of good things in here. I said this was going to be a short episode, and then I started talking. But I think there's a lot of good things in here in this episode, okay? Because it's about it's about taking profit, okay? It's about getting paid. It's about paying yourself, getting paid, and then figuring out a trading style that works for you and being consistent, okay? You don't have to, and then don't ever beat yourself up, okay? Since we're kind of going on lines of trading psychology, don't beat yourself up, okay? If you get stopped out or you didn't put your stops tight enough and you took a loss bigger than you wanted, you personally want it because we don't take large losses. Okay, let's just say you hit your dollar amount for the week and it's Tuesday. Do not sit there and talk bad about yourself. I always do this. Oh, I always do this. I'm always doing dumb stuff. I don't know what's going on. Me. If you start saying a bunch of I's, you're not in the right mindset, okay? If you're in their chat with Rob and you're saying, hey, Rob, I made a mistake. This is what's going on. I didn't get killed, but I took a loss here. Rob will tell you, hey, it happens. It happens. Let's find you another reversal to get in on somewhere else, okay? And it'll pull up another chart that's usually full time frame continuity to the upside. All right. If you're in the wrong mindset, you're gonna go, Rob, this is already working. I don't understand. How am I supposed to get in on Dollar Tree? It's already working. You're in the wrong mindset, and then you're not in the trading opportunity zone. Okay, you're not thinking in the zone. You're not there. You're not thinking possibilities. Okay, you're not thinking probabilities. You're just thinking, I got lost. I'm stupid. It's not funny in the moment, but you have those things and you're not thinking. But if you're looking at Dollar Tree and you're going, okay, I got stopped out. All right, took a loss. Fine. I'm still under. I still got buying power. I'm still under my my loss limit for the week or the day. I'm fine. Okay, I'm looking at Dollar Tree. All right, let me drop down to 30-minute. What's going on here? Because this thing is blasting. Let me drop down to 15-minute or the 5-minute. Okay, there's an inside bar on the 5-minute. I'm going to take this. I'm in. All right, here's my stop. I'm going to put my stop down here. I'm going to have some kind of stop in there, okay? We all have different account sizes and different risk tolerance, okay? But definitely put a stop in there. Don't be that mental stop guy, okay? Or mental stop trader. You're not there yet, okay? I want you to have a stop in there so that you have something to push up immediately, all right? Oh, no, this thing's definitely going to the downside. You got your stop in there, push it up immediately. You don't get stopped out, okay, woo! All right, fine. All right, take down a couple ticks and then went back up. All right, cool. All right, now we're good, okay? But if you have no stop in there, now you're just mashing buttons, okay? Now you're just like, freaking out, okay? Or you're just watching it go to the downside because you don't want to move the mouse over to thing and click it, okay? If your stop's already in there, in TradingView, I trade right on the charts on TradingView with TradeStation like LinkedIn. I can grab the stop's already in there no matter where I put it, and then I can just, okay. I did that with the MU. I put my stop even on MU. And it was a swing trade from last Friday, and the entire market's going to the downside. MU's working. All right, MU went to $88, and I got it at 76, and I'm working them. I'm working these 60s. You know what I mean? It's a swing trade, good swing trade. And then I kept my stops even. I got stopped out on a portion. I made sure I took profit on a portion, paid myself, okay, and then kept my stops even on the remainder. And then the entire market's going down. I got a shooter on the 60. I took the stops and pushed it all the way up. Okay. That's all I did. Then pushed them up on that shooter on the 60, and then I got stopped out with profit. It took a couple hours because it was just inside, and it's just crapping around. And like Rob says all the time, usually they'll bore you to death before they take your money. Okay, they will bore you to death. That's why people are talking about I love inside bars. Not me. Inside means that thing is stuck. All right. If you're good at trading that, use it. Okay, not me. If it's inside, that's a no zone for me because it's stuck. And yeah, it might go somewhere potentially, but inside, not for me. And I'm moving on to something else that's going to work. You know what I mean? Or moving something else on to something else that has a high probability it's going through previous range. Okay, it's going to continue. There's a lot in here. I want to go ahead and cut it. There's a lot in here. All right. Go back and watch it. Did show a lot of charts because I want you to think. I want you to go through your own charts. I want you to think about how you trade. I want you to go through your winners, go through the winners, and go through the losers. Okay. Most trading platforms have a replay feature. I want you to go back and replay your trades. Put your entry in, mark it, and then hit play, and then watch the tick. Oh, Oh, okay, I see what happened here. Oh, or I got stopped out in this thing. Why did I get stopped out? I hated this trade. I wanted to stay in this. I got stopped out. Okay, replay it on the 60s. What happened? Replay it on the 30s or the 15s, or heck, replay it on the 5 minutes and see what the text did. Ah, okay. I held through an outside bar on a 15 minute, and then it went 3-2 to the downside, and and I was still in, and I was looking to go to the upside, and I just held it. You know what I mean? And then it went 3-2-2-2-2-2. All right, and then always go back to, and then look at the broader averages. What were the broader averages doing at that time during your trade? Okay, yeah, this thing should go to the upside. There's no reason why it should go down. SPY is dumping. Okay, Dow Jones is dumping. QQQ going to the downside. Okay, it happens. All right. The broader averages definitely let you know what's happening in the markets. Okay. So anyway, that's going to do it for me. The Strat Soldier. Hey, Strat Soldier 11. This thing ends next week. Okay, you got this week, you got next week. All right, it ends very soon. Strat Soldier 11. There's a couple other deals out there Separate Group's doing, but Strat Soldier 11 gets you Rob's entire Strat course for $3.99. The entire course, $3.99, and then it gets you 1 month with Rob, and it gets you 1 month in the live trading room. That's 4 power hours. You can ask Rob all these questions about the course. Okay, ask him all these questions about the course, and during those power hours, those 4 Mondays, personal coaching sessions with you. Okay, you can, let's say it's with everybody. I should say. Let me say that better. There's a lot of people in there, but you are talking to Rob one-on-one. Okay, that's what I mean by personal. Okay, I don't want to misinterpret that. Okay, but you're talking to Rob directly. Okay, you got 4 coaching sessions with Rob during that, and then you have all the videos, and you have the how-to course with how to use Rob Smith in the Black course that's free. Okay, you got to be in Separate Group to get that. It's free. So. And then you get 1 month full of Michael Dang. Okay, Michael Dang. This dude, I want to say kid, but he's a man. All right, this dude is smart. He is smart. He's organized, and he knows what he's doing. Okay, he can talk technical analysis. He can talk to Strat. He trades the Strat. He uses TrendSpider, so that if you use TrendSpider as well, the charts will make sense to you. He uses Algo Flow to back up what he's seeing in the markets, okay, in his stock picks. Get with Michael Dang. Strat Soldier 11, the entire Strat course, $3.99, okay. And then 1 month with Rob Smith, 1 month with Michael Dang, okay. That's huge. That's huge. I don't care who you are. That's a good deal. $3.99. Strat Soldier 11. Get in there with Rob. Get in there with Michael Dang. Get that course. All right. This is the Strat Soldier with the weekend shift. And happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. This has been great. I've been doing this since September, and this is episode 13. It's going well, and I love doing it. This is Strat Soldier with the weekend shift. Have a great weekend. Peace.